In order for you to be an effective single father, like a really, really good one, you have to get in touch with your feminine side. There is no other way around it. There's no way around it. Am I dating a single father at the moment? Or 4? There's always somebody daddy around that want to do right by me. All the time. It's always somebody daddy around that want to act right. The thing of it is, I don't need you to be acting. Or I'll keep a single father around. Girl, single fathers be getting tax checks and shit like that. I like single daddies. You dating a single father and he's amazing? Girl, they do be amazing. Single fathers be the lit. Yeah. I would not lie to you. Single fathers are where it's at. They be getting tax checks and everything. You like single fathers? I like them. Girl, I done had so many single fathers give me $1,000 out of their tax check, $1,500 out of their tax check in my life. They be doing this too. Single fathers will let you flip their tax money. Single fathers will let you flip their tax money. They will. Single fathers will let you flip their tax money. Especially if the children love you. I always make sure the children love me. I wouldn't lie to you. Single fathers will let you flip their tax money. I done did it before. Single fathers be with the shit. Okay. What you saying? What to do if you got a girl who don't want to do her hair? It ain't gonna be none of my girl. Look. I listen. Some of us are more vain than others. I'm particular about if he got a mustache or not. And what is it shaped like? I'm about to be out with you looking dusty. My sons get haircuts one time a week. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. Some people like other shit. Oh, that was a delicious meal of ice that we had there. That meal was some corn and potatoes and nice spicy seasonings. What else was that? What was my meal of ice? That was some good herb rice. What else did I want the ice to be? Oh, and that was some mint chocolate chip bar. Oh, that was such a delicious meal. Yummy. So delicious. So delicious. Savory. Yeah, this fast is kicking my ass. I just need a break. It was so delicious. What was your meal? What was your air meal? I say to you. So we had a couple of lessons as a family today. We watched how the love can turn to hate so quick. And we talked about some solutions on how to deal with those types of situations when the love turns to hate. And it can happen so fast that you don't even realize it's happening. And that's something that I really, really am more aware of more and more these days. Like, don't take the love too personally, because it can quickly turn to hate. And that's why I cultivate the atmosphere that I do in the healing place. Because people can go either way on you so fast. And that's why in the healing place, I just keep reminding our families, like, we got something different. We're not like them. We're not like them. And if we do what they do, we become like them. So let's not do what they do. And this is the kind of shit they be doing. So let's stay away from these types of behaviors, so we don't become these types of people. You know? Okay, I gotta pee. You know? Y'all talking? Yeah. Yeah. Why am I so damn obsessive? Insecure? Because you're so damn insecure. When you address what you are insecure about and where the insecurity stems from, you will be less obsessive over things and people, because you will have more security within yourself. When you don't have a good grip of yourself, you try to hold on to any and everything and everyone else. When you have the proper grip on yourself, you won't even be permitted that kind of freedom to be holding and grasping and fighting to keep people in your life, because you will only have the energy to welcome what wants to stay, not to fight with what doesn't want to stay, because you'll be too busy keeping yourself. And that's what we do. Many of us don't keep ourselves. And that's why we're always trying to keep somebody else. Keep yourself. You need you more than you need them. But when you don't realize how valuable you are, you handle them way better than you handle you. If anything, you need you. You don't need them. You need you. So I would love for you to consider that. First time mom dealing with postpartum. It's your support system. If you don't have a support system, I would love for you to consider like communities of new moms. So, including but not limited to, check the hashtag, new moms battling depression. If it doesn't exist, start one. They'll build it and they'll come. But your support system will often come from people who don't even know you. I would love for you to consider that. Create what you need. What do you need? Get busy. Get busy creating what you need. I needed a healing place, so I created one, and it didn't exist nowhere. There was nowhere for me to go discover these new dimensions of myself without it being attached to any specific color of skin or religion or sexual orientation. There was no other place. There was no place where people were like, I don't give a fuck about your skin color. I don't give a fuck about your religion. I don't give a fuck about your sexual preference. All I want to know is that you want to manifest the best version of yourself, and I want to do everything that I can to assist you in that regard. It didn't exist anywhere. I looked for it. That's why I created it. So that will help tremendously. Being able to identify with what you don't have, articulate it, write it down, get very specific about it, and then create what you need. What does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? Who is involved? What type of energy do these individuals who are involved have? What is the foundation? Why do you say I like you? Because you can't get love without life. Because if it's not alive to love, then love has no jurisdiction there. So far before there is love, there's life. And way before there is love, there's also like. So I acknowledge the breath that is within your body. Before I even agree or disagree with how I personally feel about it, I acknowledge it. I like you. And if we click and we vibrate on the same frequency, I just might like you. And in the event that we develop a genuine respect for one another as we navigate through these human processes, I can love you. And how I do that is learning how to like and life and love on me, because we are just extensions of one another. Any advice on self-love? Honesty. I would love for you to consider that. Honesty. What are you good at? What are you honestly good at? And what do you like about the fact that you're good at it? So we're going to turn that into what you're great at. See, many of us are so busy just wanting to start off great, and we are so busy having this level of adoration and admiration for people whose lives of their hardest work. So you'll come across a person like, I've been on this path in my life for well over 10 years, right? Literally 10 years plus. You will come across me, you fucking with me on this Instagram shit for a year or two, and think that I did all of this in a year or two. Like, people disregard the backstory all the time. This isn't just dedication of me building a community. This was me years and years building myself first. Building myself to a degree that even when the members of the community reject me for one reason or another, like we experienced earlier today, the moment that I didn't allow somebody to handle me any kind of way, maybe they just started accusing me of being a drug addict. Like, of all things, I'm on a fucking fast right now. Of all things to accuse me of, a drug addict? Really? That's interesting. But that's how the love will turn to hate. But if I didn't build myself up before I exposed myself to this social media platform, this social networking, those are the types of things that really destroy people. And so many people get strong enough to help themselves, but not strong enough to withstand the hate. And then they expose themselves to the atmosphere that they're not weathered for, and then they are crumbled in the process. Like, you got to be ready for a certain amount of hate to attain a certain amount of success. And so many of us want the success, but we don't want to take the pain. We don't want to we want the power without the pain, and that's where the power comes from. It comes from the pain. We want the help without the hurt, but that's where the hurt comes from. The help comes from. It comes from the hurt seeds. We plant them deep, and we grow help trees, and we share the fruit of the help trees with the world in the healing place. And because of the fruit in the healing place being so sweet and so savory and of such abundance, people forget that no, hurt seeds grew this fruit. This delectable sweet fruit grew from the most bitter roots that you could ever imagine. yeah. People don't take into consideration like the real work that it takes. The way that they will scoff at you and not take you seriously until the world takes you seriously. And then there'll be a bunch of bandwagon ass bitches, and that's okay. But the reason why the things that people say don't shake me is because I had to deal with the reality of my deepest insecurities, and I still do now. Like the shit that really could fuck with me, I had to face that in my honesty. I had to face those parts of me in my deepest honesty. I mean, the shit that like can really shake me, that I'm genuinely still overcoming, that like my wounds, not my scars, but my wounds. I've had to heal my wounds all by myself in such a way that there's nothing that you can say to me after this becomes a scar to affect me. So I don't give a fuck about the lies that people tell, because I know who I truly am. But if I didn't take that time to do those genuine discoveries of self, to do that shadow work, to genuinely evolve, then I would be shooken. I would be shaken up, and I would be shook by any and everything that anybody said to me in their emotions. That's why we really do the work. Is it too late to join the fast? We go in another week or two. We already did 1 week. You can come on. That's why I'm not afraid to like release anybody that come wrong, because I know the value of what's being built. I know the sacrifices that built these walls. I know the blood and sweat and tears that are the core and the foundation of the healing place. I know the integrity that is etched through each and every thread of the healing place. So I don't be trying to get nobody to stay that don't belong. You come out of you get wrong, I will refund your ass and get you out the way. Like we come too far to play with you. That's truly how you become unfuckwittable. When you really truly want to become unfuckwittable, you gotta face your deepest trauma. The shit that people can say about you that still hurt your feelings because it's true, you got to deal with that. When you deal with those parts of yourself and you forgive yourself and you become immune to the pain because you had to go through such a process, and I mean literally grow through what you go through, then what anybody else has to say at any moment, it just doesn't matter. Anything outside of what you're building, anything that is not a direct correlation or relation to the manifestation of what you desire to bring to pass, it don't fucking matter. It just doesn't matter anymore. So it's like you talking, keep talking. So the fuck what? We working. And that's what I want people to remember too. It'd be a whole lot of people talking, but it'd be a very few amounts of people that are genuinely doing the work. Am I living my dream life? I'm manifesting the new dimensions of my dream life every single day. And that shit feels good. I remember when my goal for a long time was just like $10,000 a month legally. Like if I could just get to 10K legal, shit would be this kind of way. It's so funny because like that amount of money monthly is laughable. At this time, it's just like, that ain't no fucking money. That's a joke. But that just goes to show the kind of work that I have put in to bring my goals and manifestations to pass. Does the inner child ever mature? I would want to say, if it's an inner child, then it will stay a child. If it's your inner teenager, then it's your inner teenager. If it's your inner adult, it's your inner adult. So it's kind of like, does the inner child mature? If the inner child is maturing, then you are in the activation of your spiritual evolution where you wouldn't necessarily refer to it as an inner child anymore, because it will have a different function. It'll be operating from a different level of awareness. It's kind of like in the Bible when the Christ entity said, he said, when I was a child, I thought as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. As we grow in our evolution, as we evolve, and we give our inner child permission, the green light, our acceptance and our support in growing up and maturing properly and prosperously, then maybe it doesn't stay a child. That's why we grow through things, so that we don't stay children anymore. So the part that still needs to grow up is the part that is still the child. And I don't know if we ever get to a point where we don't need to grow up anymore, if that makes any sense. Because there are some things that happened to me when I was a child, and there are some things that happened to me when I was a teenager, and there are some things that happened to me as a young adult. And all of those energies, although they were all embodied in this avatar at different stages, they were not the same people. They didn't look alike. They didn't sound alike. They didn't like the same things. So as I meet these new dimensions and versions of myself, I realize that like there's more of me to be healed than I realized, because there's so many different stages of my life that I have encountered some deep pain on. And many times we don't even realize the compounded interest of the pain that we've experienced. We don't even take that into genuine consideration, that you dealt with some fucked up shit at 5, and then some fucked up shit at 10, and then some fucked up shit at 12, and then some fucked up shit at 13 and 15 and 17 and 21, and we never addressed any of it. So we need to address all of this, and it doesn't all need to be addressed the same way, because you don't talk to the 5-year-old you with the same language that you would talk to the 25-year-old you. So that's where the shadow work comes in. And that's why I'm so excited about our retreat, because we're going to be breaking these things down and delving into them and really like dissecting ourselves, so that we can heal the parts of ourselves that need to be set free, or be supported, or be loved, or be coddled. So I'm excited about our retreat for these reasons, for these very reasons. I'm very excited about it. And many of us don't take these things deeply into consideration, because these aren't popular conversations. You know? These streets so raggedy, y'all hear this shit, it be like doo-doo-doo, like you riding on thunder. But yeah, I'm very excited about our retreat. That's why it be so important to me for the healing place to get all of the tools that we need for our evolution, because these kind of questions are like the advanced questions. Like we're getting to a point where we've got the fundamentals down. What do we do now? And that's why I'm excited about this retreat, because that's what we'll be doing. We'll be building upon the foundation of having the fundamentals down. Like we pretty much understand the fundamentals, but what now? And this is getting more complex, and this is more interesting. And the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. And what exactly does this mean? So I'm excited about that with our retreat. It's really about, it's in stages. Like we set the foundation. Now we build upon the foundation. As we build upon the foundation, we'll do different rooms in this mansion of the healing place. When we do different rooms, we'll do different designs for each quarter of the estate. Like we'll just continue to build and build out and build out and build out. And it'll always be in a way where people who are just now getting started don't feel like they're left too far behind, and the people that are already deeply involved are actively ready to progress to their next level. So nobody will feel like, oh, I'm missing out, I'm left behind. So that is what